Hey Aquarius, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your June 2019 reconciliation read. And just to be clear, reconciliation means we're getting a feeling for what you're thinking, what they're thinking. Are you guys connecting, going to reconnect, completely separate, etc. So there was some confusion a while back. People thinking this was a couples read. It is not. So just keep that in mind. Again, so this is for Aquarius. June 2019 reconciliation. This is a general read. Hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but you do want to check your sun, moon, and rising. Some months those may resonate with you more than others. So again, general read. If you want a private read, the information is below in the description. I do like to repeat that because I get emails daily, which I completely appreciate, but it just saves us both time if you check below. If I happen to forget it, it will be in the video next to it. So again, just keep that in mind. Any likes, subscribes, shares, etc. greatly appreciated. Let's see what we've got going on. You had a bunch come out and I was told to take them. All right, so one more and then we'll pull your theme of the month and get started. So Aquarius, reconciliation for June 2019. I hope you guys are doing good. Last month, it was about you guys moving on. This month, I almost feel like there's some guilt feelings in that. I don't know why. We'll see what the cards feel. But when I started to think about your read and kind of ask Spirit to come in, etc., I just was like, wait a minute, Spirit, what is this like? Why do I have this reversal feeling? Like, can't explain it. Oh, cards are dropping here. Almost like you kind of have been second guessing your decisions or yourself, which happens a lot in these situations, right? Because they're hard, painful. When we connect with people, it makes it hard to disconnect. All right, let's pull your theme of the month. Ooh, well, 3 just popped out. So let's pull your theme of the month and see what is going on. All right, so you have the 9 of Wands. So I kind of feel like this goes along swimmingly with the feeling I've been getting. Like you're still persevering. You're still trying to do what's right for you. And I feel like you know what's right for you. For a lot of you, it is closing this off until they can prove to you otherwise or give you a reason not to. So it definitely tells me, having the 9 of Wands come out here tells me that you're still trying to stay strong, because the 9 of Wands is a card of capability, stamina, keeping the momentum going, sticking firm with your decision. So I feel like maybe it's harrowing for some of you. Maybe it's been kind of a teeter-totter. Like one minute you're like, okay, this is the best decision ever, and the next minute you're going back and forth on it. So let's see what the rest of the cards say. But for whatever reason, I kept getting this feeling, Aquarius, like, hey, are you reverting back? Or did maybe they come back and, try and change your mind? All right, the next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Queen of Swords. All right, so I really do feel like either somebody contacted you, or there's an annoyance here, almost, right? Like almost, I can't explain it. Almost like I don't want to say anger, but like what the hell? Like, what the heck is going on here? Like, the Queen, she always is seeking the truth, and she wants clarity, and she's very honest, but she can also be very cutting, very critical. So it makes me feel like if you have had communication with this person, maybe there were some things you needed to say, but for a lot of you, I feel like it's more there's things you want to say and you haven't had the opportunity, and maybe you were sad before, and maybe you are moving on, but the Queen is like, I still have some shit to say, and I still don't have all the answers that I'm looking for in this situation. So with the Queen popping up here, she's very insightful, and again, very honest, but also very cut and dry. No games, no BS. So if there has been any communication, or if there will be, I feel like that's kind of the stance you're in right now. The next card you have is anything you're feeling coming into the month. You have the Ace of Cups. All right, so 2 things with the Ace of Cups. Again, this is internal, how you're feeling, but the Ace of Cups is new beginnings. It's new excitement, new friendship. So for some of you, I feel like maybe you're hoping somebody else comes in to kind of take your mind off of the situation. Maybe you're just kind of like, I need a new beginning. For some of you, this is also wanting a new beginning with this person, and maybe the Queen is like, I have some shit to say, but I think once we can get through this, maybe we could have a new beginning. However, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I kind of feel like It's very similar to Capricorn to a certain extent, because I feel like this is a new beginning that maybe you're hoping for with somebody else. Or maybe you're kind of like, now that I've cut ties and, now that I've made my point clear, I'm open to the possibility of finding somebody else. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years. Could be throughout your childhood. And you have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups immediately in this position pops out to me saying, it's having fun, it's celebrations, it's parties, it's friendships, it's developing connections. And so I feel like this is in this position because the universe is telling you, get out there, Aquarius, do build connections. It doesn't mean you can't reconnect with this person. It doesn't mean that a reconciliation isn't possible, but it is saying, like, get out there, meet new people, because I feel like for some of you, there's this, not codependent anymore. Maybe there once was, but now it's kind of like, well, now we're separated. What do I do? Like, and we all go through that. So it's kind of that, this was like my world, or this person took up a lot of my time, or whatever. And so this is just basically saying, get out there, mingle, have fun, meet new people, because in order to get past this heartbreak, you need distractions. And I'm not saying go out and, sleep around, or, whatever that old saying is, to get over him or her, get under somebody new, whatever those things are. So cross watchers, don't worry, because I don't think that's what Aquarius has on their mind. Some of you may, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a healthy feeling. But I think more it's a distraction of, let me go hang out with friends, because it gets lonely, right? When you've been with somebody and then you guys break up, there's that loneliness because you're used to the phone calls, the text messages, and all of a sudden you see yourself staring at like the empty phone, or what am I going to do tonight? I'm usually talking or hanging with this person. So just get out there, I think, and distract yourself. The next card you have, I don't read reversals, is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, this is the past few weeks, past month or two. So something's happened here where it's divine timing. Maybe this break is exactly what you needed, because maybe this is going to push this person to understand the hurt and pain they've caused and give you guys a much needed break to maybe where you can come back together with this new beginning, if that is possible. If not, the wheel is definitely, again, this is unplanned changes. This is destiny. It's something that you can't control even if you wanted. So the Wheel of Fortune, I think, maybe change this for you. Maybe it is time for you to get out and meet somebody new. Maybe the one door closes, another one opens, but I feel like maybe one door closes and a lot of doors open in a lot of areas of your life. Because have you ever noticed when you have somebody in your life who's negative, or you're not feeling good with, or maybe they're narcissistic, or they're putting you down, whatever it is to you, it intertwines in other areas of your life. It impacts other areas of your life. Hold on, sorry. So just know that, like, this is changes, I feel like, coming across the board, not just in love. I feel like maybe you're going to have more pep in your step at work, or even with your kids or your family or your friends. It's almost like you're hurting, but at the same time you're noticing changes, or you're starting to notice changes in yourself, in your own behaviors, and how you feel. And the next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have Justice, which is Libra's card. You could be dealing with a Libra, but Justice, interestingly enough, is the marriage card. Now, I don't necessarily get that vibe from this. Justice to me feels like you get what you deserved, you reap what you sow, cause and effect. Like if they cheated, or if they treated you badly, then I hate to say this, but for somebody out there, there is somebody who the grass is greener. Maybe they left you, maybe you guys broke up, and they're seeing somebody, and justice gets served. Like they get what they reap, what they sow. Does that make sense? So be careful with that, because you also want to make sure like that they don't come back because they're going, oh, it didn't work out with this other person. For a majority of you, I think justice is just more, see, I can move on. Look, because I think there may be an opportunity here for you, honestly, Aquarius, where somebody else could be coming in, and you're kind of like, you didn't want me, or you didn't want to put the effort in, or you didn't want to make the changes, or you didn't, like you led yourself to this place where you didn't want me. Guess what? Somebody else did. The next card you have is the immediate future. So over the next few weeks throughout the month of June, and you have the World. All right, Aquarius, you have the World. Like, let's face it, it's a beautiful card. Now, I do feel like this between you and your ex is coming to a completion. Again, I don't think necessarily that it's for good. I feel like it's something that's divine timing. It had to happen. There needed to be some sort of break, because I feel like if you didn't have this break now and you continued, then any chances of you guys ever getting back together or ever having a decent conversation would have been completely destroyed. It's almost like you guys were getting to the point of anger where maybe names were being called, really nasty things were being said, or people were being hurt. And if you didn't have this break, it could have been uglier than it is. And I'm sure some of you are like, Dark Dove, it's already ugly. Well, it could have been uglier. Let me just tell you the foreshadowing that I've seen, okay? The World card is a final completion. This is the end of a major arcana. The next step is a new beginning with the Fool card. And so the World card tells me you're feeling more and more accomplished, more and more satisfied. You will continue to feel that. You will continue to feel abundance. And again, this is a completion. And I think it's a completion of a cycle between you and this person. And I think it may stick this time. Now, again, if you guys are meant to come together again in 6 months, it will happen. There's always this destiny that takes place that you can't control. But for right now, I feel like you are ready. It's hard. It's been tough. It's been, oh, did I make the what ifs? The what if he or she finds somebody at, well, like, you're here. You might as well ride it through if that's what you really want to do. It's up to you, Aquarius. This is just a card reading. This isn't, this is entertainment, I guess you could say. This isn't what you should do. I'm just telling you exactly what is popping out to me. The next card you have is over the next few weeks. And see, this makes sense to me. This is something tangible, could be the beginning, middle, end of the month, could last for a day, etc. You have the moon, okay, which is Pisces card. So you could be dealing with the Pisces. But the reason this makes sense to me is there's mystery here. I always use the same example with this card. You're in the woods, there's a moon, there's a giant object ahead. You don't know if it's a bear that can eat your feet, or you don't know if it's a rock that you can walk around. So this is why I feel like you go back and forth a little bit on your decision to cut this off or to not communicate, or they with you, because again, could be the opposite. It could be that they are the ones who cut off all communication. But either way, this card makes sense in the situation, because it's an illusion. It's a paranoia. You don't know. I think that's why you're coming across as the queen coming into the month, because you're like, give me some fucking answers. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's this bullshit? Because I feel like maybe this person's going to communicate with you if they haven't already, but there's nothing clear. The moon, but the Pisces card is kind of sneaky. It's very, not that they're underhanding, but it's like still no answers, not seeing anything clearly, and they're not giving you the answers that you want. And frankly, I feel like you've kind of ghosted them too. So you're both in a mystery type state right now. The next card you have is anything you're going to feel throughout the month. Again, could be the beginning, middle, end, last for a long time, a short time. You have the Five of Swords. This is fear of victory. This is a defeat. This is a dishonor. So I feel like, Aquarius, I feel like they're going to come in. They're going to want to talk to you. You're going to want no bullshit. You're going to want answers. You're going to want clarity, honesty. You have some things you need to get off your chest too. And I feel like that they may be like, oh, but I love you. Oh, but let's try this again. Oh, but this, that, and the other. Or maybe they're with somebody and they're trying to contact you, or whatever the case is. But there's some sort of defeat here. Some sort of where you're going to feel this month like you lied to me, or you're still BSing, or you're still not. So I just be very careful with this energy, Aquarius, because I do feel like this person is not on the same page as you. And I feel like you have some really strong things coming up for you in many aspects. Like I said, with this wheel, it's very, very strong here with new beginnings, not just in love, job, a happier family, etc. So don't let this, whatever this BS is, you've already been there. That's why you're staying strong. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome. And you have the Ace of Wands. This is an enthusiasm. This is a passion. Look, Aquarius, you want to be passionate about something again. You want to feel love about somebody again. You want to embrace certain things again. This is you coming out of whatever this crap is you've been in. This is you saying, I want to feel happy again. I want to smile every day. I want to hold my kids tighter every day. I want to, count my blessings more every day. I want to be enthusiastic about getting up in the morning without this, like heaviness that I've felt for you guys. You want to be able to unleash that. And that's your hope, is that you want to get up with a smile on your face and be happy and proud and feeling blessed with everything you have in your life, instead of letting one thing or one person bring you down. The next card you have is your outcome. And this makes perfect sense. So you have the World, which is the final completion. The only thing we're missing is the Fool, which would be the beginning. But you skip straight to the Magician. You don't even need the Fool. You don't need the footloose and fancy. The Magician is manifesting what they want. It's connecting with people. It's versatility. It's seeing the possibilities. So the Magician tells me, look, I think Aquarius, a lot of you are done with this connection for now. Again, I don't like to finalize it like, oh, just be done and you'll never talk to this person again. Because as we all know, in a lot of cases, that doesn't happen. In a lot of cases, that is not the end situation. There's a lot of back and forth in several instances where it goes, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in these scenarios. And so, as well as I do, that it may not be completely cut off. But again, the Magician is saying, you have the ability to control that. Really, Aquarius, right now, what you want to manifest, it's your time. June is your month to manifest, whether you want to manifest it with this person or somebody new. I really feel like, though, at this point, it's a new energy. It's something new coming in, or embracing the fact you're ready for change. Because you have the 10 of Cups here, crowning the Magician. That's family, it's joy, it's peace. I feel like you're shifting your gears a little bit. I feel like you're shifting your energy into, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like you're shifting your energy into, what do I want? What brings me peace? What brings me joy? If this person brings you no joy, they bring you no peace, what are you doing? Just stop right now. Like, stop the connection, stop the back and forth, and just let the mystery continue, and meet new people. Again, I'm not saying that you have to fall in love with somebody else, that you even have to hook up with anybody, that you have to, but meet people, get out there, because this is your time of peace. I feel like you've been lacking peace for a long time. And then you have the Emperor clarifying the distant future. And the Emperor, it's Aries card, so you could meet an Aries or be dealing with an Aries. But the Emperor is traditional, but this is strong. This is somebody who lifts you up, builds you up. This is somebody who definitely knows your worth and knows their worth. Like, they embody who they are and who they want you to be, if that makes sense. And you embody who, I'm saying that wrong. Basically, like, they see your worth and you see theirs, because this is about kingship. It's about a structure. It's about, again, a strength. And so this is telling me, like, they see you for who you are and what you have to offer, and they in return are that strength, that stability for you. So, Aquarius, whether you're ready or not, whenever I see the wheel, it's kind of like you may be pushed in an uncomfortable position, but I would go with it. I would at least get out and meet people, because I feel like there's an Emperor out here waiting for you. Now, again, I'm not completely convinced that for all of you this is a new situation. For a few of you, I feel like maybe they are coming back, and maybe they see, like, what they did, they reap what they sow, and they come back and they apologize, and you guys can make things happen. But for a majority of you, I feel like that ship has sailed right now. Again, it's not a finality. It just feels like there's other opportunities opening up here for you. That, and you can pretty much have whatever it is you want, as long as you're not letting negativity or any type of manipulation get in the way. All right, Aquarius, I hope you guys have an amazing month. I will see you next month. Bye.